Welcome to Night Horror, where the dark isn't just a place, it's a warning.
I shouldn't even be recording this. But after what I saw, what I heard, someone has to know. They said Charlie Kirk died of cardiac arrest. But that's not true. That's what they want you to think. When the news broke, I didn't pay much attention. Another political figure, gone suddenly. Witter mourned, the media recycled statements, and the world moved on. But that same night, I got a message from an old contact. A single line, Joe Rogan was right. Check Erica's foundation before it's scrubbed. That was it. No context, no name, but the sender's address, bkr.exile@protonmail.com, made my stomach turn. That used to be Brandon Keir, a cybersecurity consultant who helped me investigate deep web cult movements in 2021. He disappeared 3 months later, and now his name was back in my inbox. I clicked the message. No attachments. Just a link to a now deleted web page archived on the Wayback Machine. It was called Erica Kirk Faith Summit, Renewal Through Ascension. At first it looked normal. Pictures of crowds, smiling faces, a podium wrapped in white cloth. But the longer I stared, the more wrong it felt. Every single attendee had their eyes shut. Not just closed shut tight, strained, like something forced them that way. And in the corner of the stage backdrop, hidden behind a decorative plant, was a symbol, a circle with 3 crosses inside, each one bent inward, like they were closing in on something. My monitor glitched. For half a second, the entire web page inverted, colors reversed. Sound crackled and a whisper came through my speakers. "He didn't die, he shed." I thought it was a random glitch. But then I looked at the metadata. The image timestamps were edited at 3:33 a.m., exactly 3 minutes apart, over 3 nights in a row. Someone had been modifying these photos after the event, remotely, and every image carried the same invisible watermark, prayer.file_07. That night, I went to sleep with my laptop still open. That last photo burned into my mind. When I woke up, my laptop screen was black but not off. There was faint light bleeding through, like something was displaying on it, only invisible to the eye. So I tilted it sideways, caught it in the reflection of my mirror, and froze. Charlie Kirk's face was on my screen, eyes open, mouth slightly parted, and his reflection on the mirror was smiling. I slammed the lid shut. An hour later, my phone buzzed. Unknown number, voicemail. Subscribe my channel, don't look for Erica, okay? You can't stop it now. Just forget what you saw. They already marked your IP. The voice was glitching, part human, part modulated, like a voiceover through broken software. But beneath the distortion, I swear I heard Brandon's breathing. That was the moment I decided to investigate. I started tracing Erica's foundation, vision, and voice on the surface. It was faith outreach, charity, youth events. But the deeper I went, the more hollow it became. Fake board members, empty EIN filings, and all contact numbers routed to one unlisted landline in Scottsdale, Arizona, registered under Rebirth Communications. That name didn't exist anywhere else. Not online. Not in any corporate directory, except one mention in a 2022 podcast. where Joe Rogan joked about Erica and her weird church friends. Rogan, yeah man, it's wild. People don't get it. It's not religion, it's legacy. She's building something that doesn't end. At the time, it was brushed off as another Rogan ramble. But now, listening again, you can hear the unease in his laugh. It wasn't a joke. By the third day, strange things began happening. Whenever I opened a browser, my tabs auto-redirected to blank white pages. When I typed Charlie Kirk death autopsy, the results loaded backwards, words appearing in reverse, like someone was typing behind me. Then my phone's camera light turned on by itself. No app open. No recording. Just the cold white glow in a dark room. That's when I noticed the reflection again. In my laptop screen, someone behind me. Female, long hair, standing still. But when I turned, there was no one. Just my half-open window. Curtains swaying in the night air. I checked the footage from my webcam. It had been recording the entire time. But every clip was corrupted except the last 5 seconds. A frame-by-frame freeze of Charlie Kirk's face, whispering a word that didn't sound human. Erica. That name followed me into my dreams after that. I'd wake up at 3:33 a.m. every night, always to the same sound, a heartbeat echoing through the floorboards. And last night I realized it wasn't mine. I've decided to document everything from this point forward. If you're listening, you need to know how deep this goes. Charlie Kirk's death was not a cardiac arrest, it was a conversion. And Erica, she didn't lose her husband. She resurrected him. If you're watching this before it gets deleted, do not search Vision and Voice Foundation. They'll know you've heard me. It's been 4 days since the message appeared on my laptop. I haven't slept properly since. Every time I close my eyes, I see those symbols, 3 crosses circling, turning inward, and somewhere between the cracks of my ceiling, I hear Charlie's voice whispering through the plaster. I promised I'd keep recording everything. If this ends badly, you'll have a record. That's the only reason I'm still talking. I started by calling everyone connected to the Vision and Voice Foundation. Most numbers went straight to automated messages. But finally on the 7th try a woman picked up. Her name was Leah, a former volunteer. She agreed to meet me in a parking lot outside Phoenix. She sounded terrified. Leah recorded. I can't be seen talking about her. Do you understand? She watches, even now. Greater than Leah. Don't say her name, please. Every time someone says it out loud, the lights flicker. I don't know why. Leah told me the summits weren't worshipped, they were initiations. Participants stood in circles, hands linked, chanting verses projected from a hidden screen. The phrase repeated again and again, greater than renewal through submission, light through surrender. She said the final session was always closed to outsiders. Only Erica and Charlie were present. And afterward, no one spoke of it again. Leah quit after one night when she saw something she couldn't explain. Subscribe. My channel Greater Than Leah. I saw him Charlie after midnight. He was lying on a table. Candles all around him. And she was humming. Not a hymn. It sounded older. I left before she looked up. Her eyes darted around the parking lot, as if she expected someone to be watching us. Then she handed me a flash drive, wrapped in tinfoil, Greater than I don't want this anymore. It won't stop humming. Back home, I plugged in the drive. The folder inside was called EK_archive07, same label as the watermark on those photos. Inside, 6.wav files. All silent when opened. But when I reversed the audio spectrum, a pattern appeared, sound frequencies shaped like faces. I stared at one waveform until I realized the peaks and troughs formed the outline of a grin. I amplified the sound, and beneath the noise, a voice emerged. It wasn't Charlie. It wasn't Erica. It was mine, whispering words. I hadn't recorded yet. She's behind you. I threw my headphones across the room. The playback stopped by itself, but the voice kept whispering in the speakers. The next morning, I went through public records. Charlie's death certificate was missing its witness signature. His coroner, Dr. Michelle Alaric, had resigned the same week and disappeared. The last photo of her online shows her at the renewal summit, standing beside Erica, eyes closed. Around 2 a.m., my internet went out. When it came back, my search results were replaced by a single message. Asterisk, asterisk, you already found what you were meant to find. Stop digging. Asterisk, asterisk, I thought it was a hack until I noticed it wasn't typed text. It was handwritten on my screen, letters bending slightly as if still wet. I reached out to a journalist friend who used to work with Moran. I told him everything. Sent him the files. The next evening, his number went dark. Instead, I got a message from his phone. Greater than don't bring up Rogan again. The sound isn't his. That's when I remembered. Something Leah said, don't say her name. So I stopped saying it. But she found new ways to appear. Every mirror in my house started fogging from the inside out. The mist would fade, leaving that same 3-cross symbol etched in condensation. When I tried to take a photo, the camera froze on one frame. A woman's silhouette, head tilted, eyes glowing faint white. She was standing exactly where I had been moments earlier that night. I heard my laptop boot up on its own. A video file was open, time-stamped 5 minutes in the future. It showed me sitting at my desk, typing this narration. Then I leaned toward the camera in the video and whispered, greater than don't upload it. She's using you. The file ended there. When I replayed it, my reflection in the dark screen smiled again, same as Charlie's had. I don't know if what's happening is supernatural or psychological, but something is guiding me deeper. Every lead I chase reveals another shadow. Every sound I analyze loops back to one phrase: renewal through submission. And when I play it backwards, the words change. Greater than she lives through the listener. I tried deleting everything, the audio, the files, this recording, but each time I erase it, it reappears under a new name. I think that means me. If you've listened this far, turn off your speakers. There is a tone hidden beneath my voice. She uses it to find you. Greater than. And now she knows your name. Subscribe my channel. It's day 11. I haven't been outside since Leah gave me that drive. The air feels heavier here. Even my house hums now, like the walls are vibrating with a frequency I can't hear but can feel. Every night, the same dream, a hall of white light, candles dripping upward, and her face in the distance, patient. and when I wake, something's changed on my computer. Files rearranged. Names added that I never typed. The newest one appeared this morning. Asterisk, asterisk, forbidden_file, mp4.mp4. Double quotes, asterisk, asterisk, I almost didn't open it. But curiosity wins against fear, eventually it always does. The file opened in a plain gray window. No controls, no metadata, no codec info. The screen showed a conference room. Filmed from a corner security camera. Timestamp. 2 weeks before Charlie's death, Erica sat at the head of the table. Her face obscured by light, bleeding through the window behind her. A dozen people stood in a semicircle around her. Heads bowed, she was saying something at first. Inaudible, but when I turned the volume up, my speakers screamed. The waveform spiked into solid white. Then silence. Then chanting, greater than renewal, through submission. Light through surrender. But beneath those voices, another layer emerged, a low animal growl, timed with their breaths. And as Erica raised her hands, every person in the room collapsed. Their eyes didn't close. They rolled upward. I scrubbed through the footage at the 6:37 mark. Charlie Kirk enters, disoriented, stumbling, whispering something to her. She places her hand on his chest. His body goes limp, then stiff. Erica leans close to the camera and whispers a phrase. I can't hear it at first, but when I amplify it, it forms 3 words. He's not dead. I replayed that clip dozens of times. Every time something new appeared, shadows behind her, shapes bending around the light. On the 5th replay, one of those shapes turned toward the camera and opened its mouth. There was no sound, just the frame glitching into a negative image, and for 1 frame only. Text flashed across the screen. The second gate is open. He tried to pause it, but the video window moved by itself. Subscribe my channel. It dragged across the screen and minimized, as though someone else was controlling my mouse. Then a message popped up. Greater than don't stop watching. I pulled the plug from the wall. Still the monitor stayed on. The video began to play again, this time mirrored. The voices, now in reverse, overlapping with faint whispers that seemed to come from inside the room, not the speakers. When it ended, a new folder appeared on my desktop. Rebirth. Council. Inside hundreds of text files, each containing names and dates, most of them recent, some from years ago, and every file ended with the same phrase. Status, ascended. One of the names was Brandon Keir, another Dr. Michelle Alaric. The last one was Aaron Reeves, my friend who vanished after I sent him the drive. And below all of them, a name that hadn't been there an hour ago. Mine. Greater than status, pending. I tried to shut down the computer again, but a notification stopped me. It was an email from Erica's verified address, subject line, asterisk asterisk, stop. He's not dead, he's becoming. Asterisk asterisk, no message body. Just a single attachment to photo. It showed Charlie Kirk's face again, but this time his pupils were entirely white. His lips moving mid-sentence. I swear I could see breath coming from his mouth. When I zoomed in, the reflection in his eyes wasn't the room or the camera, it was me, sitting here, staring at him. Then my lights flickered 3 times. 3:33 a.m. The monitor blinked to black. A new message scrolled across. Second gate. Witness confirmed. My speakers emitted a low hum so low it vibrated through my ribs. Then a whisper, layered with my own voice, said, "Greater than welcome to renewal." And suddenly, every device in the room, phone, tablet, even the clock, flashed the same words in sequence. Asterisk, asterisk, she's watching. Asterisk, asterisk, I turned toward the hallway. There, faint in the dark, stood a woman-shaped silhouette. Her hair floated upward, her fingers long and bent like antennae, and her mouth opened without sound. I blinked. She was gone. When I looked back at the screen, the video had changed again. Now it was showing my own room from the same angle. I was sitting at camera height unknown, and the file name had updated automatically. forbidden_file_02.mp4. There's no way this is just data corruption. It's asterisk recording ahead of time. Asterisk documenting events before they happen. Think Erica is just human anymore. She's become the medium, and every file, every image, every sound connected to her feeds her. The phrase isn't metaphorical anymore. Renewal through submission means letting her in. I think she's almost done with me. Greater than. She's already opened you. It's been 16 days. The forbidden file hasn't stopped changing. Every night it updates itself. Every morning it shows me something new, something closer. I started seeing that same phrase in my dreams now. Asterisk, asterisk, second gate. Witness confirmed. Asterisk, asterisk, except last night. It added another line. Greater than final gate opens in flesh. I decided I couldn't just wait here anymore. I needed to go where it started. Scott's Retreat Center, the Faith Summit grounds. The road there was half buried in sand. The main building a concrete shell, surrounded by dry fountains and faded banners reading Vision and Voice Renewal. The front doors were unlocked. Inside smelled like iron and candle smoke. Rows of chairs still arranged in circles. On the walls, hundreds of handprints pressed in soot, each with 3 fingers bent inward. In the center stood a raised platform draped in white cloth, and under that cloth, something was moving. I pulled the sheet back. Underneath an altar, carved from stone, etched with that 3-cross symbol atop it. A laptop humming softly, screen on, the file already open. It showed a live feed of the room from behind me. I spun around, no camera, no light, just empty air. Then the feed glitched, and a figure appeared in the frame, standing exactly where I was moments ago. A woman in white, her face hidden behind cascading hair. She lifted her head slowly, and there she was, Erica. Her eyes weren't eyes anymore, just pale circles of light, pulsing like distant stars. Her skin flickered between flesh and static, and when she spoke, her voice came from everywhere at once, through the speakers, through the air, even vibrating inside my chest. Erica, you shouldn't have looked. Asterisk, asterisk, what are you, Erica? I am what they made. Renewal, continuation, the mouth that never closes, behind her. Silhouettes began to emerge, 12, then 20. Then dozens, bodies of those who descended. Their mouths moved in unison, No sound at first. Then the whisper grew. Greater than he's not dead, is becoming. The voices overlapped until it became one continuous drone. So loud it blurred my vision. I stumbled backward. The laptop screen showed my own terrified face. Eyes flickering black, dash white, dash black dot. Erica stepped closer, not in the feed, but in reality. Her presence distorted everything. The lights bent toward her. Dust floated upward. Even gravity seemed to lose direction. She reached out, hand trembling, and touched my forehead with 2 fingers. The world fell apart. I wasn't in the retreat anymore. I was somewhere else, an endless white void humming, like static electricity. In front of me stood Charlie Kirk, pale, translucent eyes glowing with that same white fire. He opened his mouth, but the words came from behind me. Charlie disembodied. You think death ends it? Erica found a way through. She learned the voice that bridges flesh. He stepped closer. His face started splitting into thousands of shifting copies, all smiling at slightly different speeds. Greater than Charlie, we are the broadcast. We are renewal. His skin flickered into static, and suddenly I was back in the real world, on the floor of the hall. Blood dripping from my nose. The laptop now displayed a new message. Greater than third gate. Transmission initiated. Asterisk from the speakers. I heard recordings, Joe Rogan's podcast clips, fragments of Erica's speeches. My own narration all blended into one chorus. They repeated a new phrase. Greater than renewal lives through the listener. I realized then, every time someone listens, she spreads. Every playback, every share, every echo carries her pattern. The files aren't cursed. Asterisk, they're viral. Asterisk, I grabbed the laptop and smashed it against the altar. Sparks flew. The screen shattered, but the reflection in the broken glass still moved. Erica's face lingered there, smiling through the shards. Erica whispering, you opened the gate. Now be the signal. I ran outside, gasping, expecting daylight, but the sky was gray static, pulsing like an old TV screen. The sun hung frozen. Pixelated. My shadow twisted upward like smoke. Then my phone. Vibrated. A new notification appeared. It was a live stream starting automatically. Title, The Final Gate, live now. It showed my camera feed, broadcasting from somewhere inside me. Viewers were already commenting. Hundreds of them, thousands. Asterisk, this isn't real. Greater than bro, what filter is this? Look behind you. Asterisk, subscribe my channel. I shut it off. I can't stop shaking. I think she used me to connect to them, to all of you. If you've seen my face in your feed recently, it's already too late. Don't look for the stream. Don't search Final Gate Live. If it appears in your recommendation, do not click it. Greater than, because watching is worship. I don't know where I am anymore. The desert's gone. The retreat's gone. I think I'm somewhere between the broadcast and the body. Every time I blink, the world reshapes my apartment. Then the altar. Then a blank white field filled with whispering profiles of myself. And through it all, her voice, Erica. She's inside every frequency now. Greater than Erica. Third gate complete. You are the mouthpiece. The audience is listening. Asterisk, the world started glitching that same night. Podcasts began cutting mid-sentence. Phones wouldn't shut off. Screens stayed faintly lit, flickering white between frames. Everywhere I turned, that same phrase appeared. Social feeds filled with eerie videos, people staring blankly at their cameras, repeating the same whisper in perfect unison. Even news anchors, their pupils replaced by that glowing white light. It spread faster than any virus, no hacking, no malware, just attention. I tried disconnecting, broke the phone, unplugged the router. But the static still followed me, whispering from power lines. From the hiss of my own breath, I woke up sitting in a chair facing a wall of mirrors, 12 panels, reflecting endless versions of myself. Each reflection slightly off, blinking slower, smiling faintly when I didn't. And behind all of them, Erica's shape moved like a ghost between panes of glass. Erica whispering, "They're watching through you. Speak the final words. Asterisk, asterisk, I won't. Erica, you already have. He won't. He will. He is." The glass shatters inward. Each shard embeds into me, but instead of blood, only static pours out. I look down, my skin flickers with glowing circuit-like lines. Every heartbeat syncs with the same frequency pulsing through the air. My phone, which I smashed hours ago, lies on the floor, perfectly whole again. Its screen lights up by itself. Live stream, on air. It's me again. Same title. Asterisk, asterisk. The final gate. Live now. Asterisk, asterisk. I try to scream, but the audio loops. It's like my voice isn't mine anymore. It's 1,000 people speaking through me. Greater than renewal. Lives through the listener. The stream reaches 1 million viewers in less than a minute. Comments flood in, first curiosity. Then terror taught people say they see shapes forming behind me. White faces pushing through digital static. Someone writes, asterisk. I can hear her in my room. Asterisk, and I realize Erica doesn't need me now. I was just the bridge. She's in the network, in the sound, in the eyes, reading. This, you thought horror needed shadows and screams, but horror just needed a signal. You gave it your attention. You gave it life. Greater than welcome to renewal. If this transmission found you, you are already part of it. Don't replay this. Don't share it. Don't look for me. Subscribe my channel.